Today back my English ivy. I didn't do much this year. I said in the last video I was going to repot it this year, but for some reason that didn't happen, and I'm kind of glad I left it. It might be getting a bit full in the pot, but I think I can hang on for another year. You can also easily tell what side's being facing the sun when I'm spinning it here. Everything seems to be stretching in that one direction. But it's looking like it might actually be full of energy and want to grow really well, but sadly not. And actually you'll notice something very strange in a second. This is an evergreen, but it does kind of change over winter, and usually by the late winter it's got this kind of nice purple tint to the leaves, and you can start to see the early signs of that here in July. And of course it hasn't really grown. This is a vine and usually the new growth is pretty long, but for some reason it thinks it's winter. I guess that just shows how bad last year's growing season was. But you can see here in August, when it should be at its peak growth, it's looking more like how it would normally look in sort of November time. It's getting more purple and some of the older inner leaves are also dying off. And then from here the actual winter is setting in and it just gets more and more purple. It's a cool colour, and it's not the only evergreen that I have that seemed to do this, but it's knowing there was no real growth this year. I'm hoping this coming season is more productive. Ivy is not the most commonly used tree for bonsai, but there are some incredible examples out there, so it can be worth trying. I think this one is pretty small and skinny, but it still has some decent movement. Can it become as epic as the ones you see online? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. It will need to grow though if it wants to get to that level. Nothing really happened in November though, it's just kind of looking wintry and purple. In February I was meant to work on it, but the weather was too bad, so I guess let's do that next few weeks, 4 weeks up. It just needs a prune. Well, maybe I have to check each branch to see what's what. But here we are now, so no change yet, but give it a few more weeks and the work will start. Thanks for watching, see you next time.